Let's learn about metaphor in this video. Metaphors are comparisons between people, things, or places. Unlike similes, where you use the words like or as to make a comparison, metaphors say that something is something else. The English language is full of metaphors and we use them all the time in everyday conversations. When it is cold, you say you are freezing. That is a metaphor because you aren't freezing literally, it's not true. It is highlights and exaggerates feeling cold for dramatic effect. From the Shakespeare's play, there is a famous line, "But soft, what light through yonder window breaks? It is the east and the Juliet is the sun." Romeo and Juliet by William Shakespeare. The metaphor is a part of declaration of love. By calling Juliet the sun, Romeo suggests she is the center of everything. This is far more dramatic than just saying he loves her. Metaphors suggest meaning to the reader and are often complex rather than focused on one point of comparison. There are many different forms of metaphor and they are used to make the reader think deeply. Examples of metaphor. There are thousands of commonly used examples. Her voice was music to his ears, a river of tears. The classroom was a zoo. His stomach was a bottomless pit, a heart of gold. Her desk was a prison. As with the similes, avoid using these cliches in your writing and create your own. Should you use a simile or metaphor? Are you confused? It is a personal preference whether you use a simile or a metaphor. Most authors would use both sparingly within their writing. Choosing between a simile and metaphor is a deciding between clarity and a power in your imaginary. Similes give your reader an example and highlight one specific meaning, whereas metaphors allow different interpretations. Undoubtedly, metaphor carry more strength. A good one instantly conjures up an understanding, but it is subtle. You can interpret in different ways. On the other hand, similes are obvious and simple, but draw a clever comparison. Simile versus metaphor. Final thoughts. Similes and metaphors are both useful types of figurative language. The main problem is when they are imitative and overused. Aim to use only a few and make them powerful. Avoid including cliches and make sure you aren't forcing them into your writing. They shouldn't seem natural and have a purpose. Don't be literal. Surprise your reader with an unusual comparison that is effective. Ask yourself, what do I want to suggest? Create your own example and keep refining them. It is common for a writer to think of many before producing the perfect one.